So let's begin now by taking a couple of deeper breaths. And just letting go of the morning, of conversations, of our things to do lists, just letting them go, putting them to one side. We can always pick up all that stuff later on. But for now, let's just try and be as present as possible. Let's try and clear our minds as best we can, giving ourselves some space to see things more clearly, with clarity, to calm our bodies and minds, to go inwards rather than outwards. So what we'll do, we'll begin with a short body scan. And in this body scan, just try and stay with the body part that I mentioned as best we can. If the mind wanders during the body scan, don't worry, just come back as soon as you recollect that we are doing a body scan. So if your mind wanders off, just come back to the body part that I mentioned. So let's just begin with the feet. So bringing our attention to the feet. Notice them perhaps on the floor, maybe the soles of the feet on the floor, or any part of the feet that's making any contact. If we're lying down, for example, maybe with the floor or the bed. So just feel that connection with the earth below us. Noticing the sense of contact. And noticing the sensations in the feet. So when I say sensations, any sort of tingling or any feeling tone, it might be temperature, it might be the feel of our socks on our feet, any sort of sense of our feet and the contact they're making, maybe the air. And, you know, this experience may be pleasant or unpleasant, or it might be quite neutral. So we're not trying to change anything with meditation, we're just noticing. So it may be a painful or pleasurable experience, or neutral, just noting without judging, just being aware of those sensations of our feet. And we can move up to the lower legs. And again, noticing the sensations, if we can, in our lower legs. And again, noticing if they're pleasant or painful or neutral. Into the knees and the knee joints. The upper legs. So allowing our upper legs to relax. Our sitting bones feeling supported in our chair or making contact with the ground. And just allowing our weight to drop down into the earth below us. It's a real letting go. So if we're sitting upright, we can even use a visualization technique, just imagining ourselves like a mountain, very solid, stable, solid base. And our feet, going down into the earth, maybe like a tree. The roots going into the ground. So we have this sense of connection. And now we'll move to the back area. So starting with the lower back, we can use the breath here, breathing into any area of tension. And on the out breath, we just let go of any tension. So obviously the lower back can be a real area of tension. So not judging ourselves if that's the case, but using the breath just to help calm that area, just to let go, relax. And then we'll move up the back to the middle of the back. And again, we'll use the breath, breathing into any areas of tension and letting go on the out breath. And then to the upper back, across the shoulders. Breathing into any areas of tension. Letting go on the out breath. And allowing our shoulders just to drop away from our ears. It's probably one of the most areas that we hold tension or strain. So just really relaxing the shoulders as best we can. And then we'll bring our awareness, our attention to our upper arms. Our elbows, our forearms, our wrists, our hands. So allowing our hands just to rest gently in our lap. And again, noticing any sensations, tingling, the feel of the air on our hands. And now we'll gently move to the belly area. Just noticing if we're holding on at all in this area. Allowing the breath when we breathe in to allow the belly to expand. When we breathe out, the belly drops. And then we'll move our attention to the chest, the heart area. And just noticing how we are in this heart space. The area of our emotions, our emotional life. Just noting, not judging. However we are, that's okay. We're not trying to give ourselves a hard time. And then bringing our awareness to the throat area. And the neck. The jaw. So the jaw muscles, really relaxing them. The face and the facial muscles all softening, relaxing, especially the muscles around the eyes. Looking at all the screens, we can just allow our eyes just to drop back gently into the sockets. The forehead smoothing out. And having an awareness of the head gently balanced on our shoulders. And then gently expanding out the awareness to include the whole body, sitting or lying. And just noticing the difference to when we first started the practice to now. If there's been any changes, just noticing, being aware. So we'll begin the breath meditation by coming to our breathing. Just noticing the breath as it flows in and flows out. Not trying to modify the breath in any way. Just following the flow in, the flow out. And because the mind is easily distracted, we can use a count to help us stay focused on the breath. So breathing in, breathing out, counting 1. Breathing in, breathing out, counting 2. So on, up until a count of 10. And then coming again back to 1, repeating the process. And if the mind gets distracted or we wander off, not giving ourselves a hard time, but just starting that process again, breathing in, breathing out, counting 1, breathing in, breathing out, counting 2, and so on. So let's just do that together for the next few minutes. Just watching where the mind is. If it's wandered off the breath, just coming back. So now we'll gently change our focus just before we're breathing in. So we'll count 1, breathe in, breathe out. Counting 2, breathing in, breathing out. And again, we'll do this in rounds of 10. And again, if our mind wanders, just come back to the breath, using the count as a support. It's just a very subtle shift from the end of the out breath to the beginning of the in breath. What you may notice is this stage can be more energizing as we focus on the in breath. Just noticing where our mind is now. Now we'll gently drop the counting and just following the flow of the in breath, the flow of the out breath. And finally, we just relax and let go of all effort. Now gradually taking some deeper breaths. And gradually coming back to the space we're in, noticing the sounds, the light behind our eyes, feet on the floor, seat on the cushion or chair. And just sitting quietly, just for another minute before we allow the rush back in. Just enjoying this space. And gradually in our own time, opening our eyes. So thank you for joining us today for the meditation. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you feel nice and relaxed and calm. And yeah, hope to see you all again soon. And yeah, if you want to listen to the recording in the meantime, I'll leave it in the messaging chat, and so you can log back in if you want to repeat the session another time. So until then, take care and enjoy your lunch, and see you soon.